Hey gun peeps, welcome back to Snail TV. Well, you guys seen by the picture, it's the one that started Snail TV, the boat. We are not stopping this until this thing's on the water. That's my goal, and that's what it is. I've got everything here ready to go. I'll take you through it. Why the hell, what's going on, why haven't we got it running, and everything like that. So yeah, everyone knows the boat, obviously. K24, big sound system in a jet ski, well, sea-doo as you'd call it. So the biggest problem was when we first got this thing running, I did wire it up with a Wolf EMS. Yeah, we got it on, and yeah, I don't want to badmouth anyone, but just don't get one. So simple story that after that literally wasted, I don't know, about, it'd be a good 7-8 months of wastage of back and forth. There was something wrong with it, then it was back, and it was back, and this, there, that. He wouldn't send us a base map, and yeah, no one could help us, no one could do anything. Everyone was just saying go get a Haltech, this and that. So yeah, no one could help us. So what we decided to do was I sold it. I lost money on it, sold it just to get rid of it because I was just over it. And well, same ECUs that I use on the go-kart and my drag kart and all the other ECUs, the EMS. I decided to go for that and just got a second-hand one and quickly banged it on, right? But the worst thing was it couldn't pick up the Hall effect sensor. Was having a bit of a problems on these. The Hall effect sensor is in the center and I can't change anything. So I then got a wheel off of some site with a custom Hall effect sensor, and you could lower it up and lower it, so I can know what teeth it is, and then it would go with that. It got it running. You guys did see it running, but it wasn't 100%. It's not properly. The worst thing as well is this actual ECU. It's an old ECU. Cannot control the VTC. The VTC is the variable cam timing. And yeah, it'd be a couple of bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, what could we do? What do we do? So that just stumped me, and I just didn't want to go from there. I've been meaning to do the Driveshaft as well, but because this not been running, I haven't been ready to go. So I'll come in here. So the problem was, yeah, long story short, obviously we just had ECU problems, right? Obviously I did get it running. Wasn't 100%, but yeah, it just wasn't there, and I just left it. That was it. So I had other stuff. I did want to finish the go-kart and that sort of stuff. By this all time, the go-kart was happening. And obviously the Civic here, the Roll Racer is getting done as well, and all this other stuff, right? So been meaning to do all this other stuff and get back to the boat later on. Now, I just really need to get another ECU. That was my problem. So I've been looking back and forth everywhere. I didn't want to get a Haltech. Everyone did say go get a Haltech, but then you talk to other people and they'll just talk about problems about that. I'm not bad mouthing everyone here, guys, but yeah, so back and forth with everything. This ECU popped up that I've got right behind me. I'll show you guys. And they're really good at the moment, and they've got everything. They do the K24s really easy. Gotta realize what the thing about the K24, this is the Z series, so the cam sensors, the crank sensors right in the center of it. If you want to go look it up, the Zs, they're a lot harder to control, but these ones do it. So yeah, we could get the right offset, and yeah, it's a new ECU, but there's some problems though. So everything obviously don't come with problems, but obviously when there's problems, I always make things better. So that's what we're doing, making things better. So this is what we got, guys. We have gone for a Fuel Tech, all right, FT450. So it's only a 450, so it's only the small one. So it's only got a single plug out, okay. Yes, it all works, 100%. So I got that for an awesome price. They are very cheap at the moment. So I got an awesome price, and the good thing about is all the pins are exactly the same as this one. So I literally have to just repin it, and we can make it work. So I have these here now. So that then obviously uplifted me a little bit to get a lot more things done. So the only other thing that we were doing was the drive shaft. Drive shaft have been back and forth because it's a bit of an angle problem. You couldn't get it low. I couldn't get it low enough because obviously it's not dry sumped. I did modify the pan to get it lower before, but the modifications needed is pretty much just go dry sump, drop the whole thing right down low, and then it can go out to that. Anyway, a couple weeks ago got talking to my mate, and bits pieces here and there. So the problem is the drive shaft that comes through, it's small angle anyway. We need to get that flat. We pretty much need to get a drop box happening. They're just too expensive. I can't afford one of those. I don't want to get a drop box. They're a few $1,000s. Then you got to keep maintenance on them. There's no point. Plus, also the problem is with the drop box, this has actually got an angle, so I need to correct the angle first. So what we up for was, because we've been just been finishing up Gilmore Drive on the roll racer, what we're going to do is Gilmore Drive. So one Gilmore Drive up top and one Gilmore Drive, and that's literally how it's going to be. All right, very, very close to each other. Small Gilmore belt, and that will be it. But we needed to correct the angle of it, right? So there's not much angle at all. There's not much, but it's an angle though. So if we didn't correct the angle, there would still be some alignment problems with the belt. So mate looked it up, and obviously some motorbikes have drive shafts. So we looked it up, and yeah, I've not forgot exactly what bike this is off of, but it's a bike uni. Okay, so these can hold a lot of torque as well, and you got to realize that this shaft for the drive pump is that big. Okay, that's how big that is. All right, so we're not gonna break it. All right, so we actually have everything. I need a belt, but I can't measure a belt until we put it all on. But I really want to get this thing running first. Okay, our problem is obviously with the fuel tech. All right, now it all started back then when the tablet idea. The tablet idea is that was going to get through the Wolf EMS. That's how I designed this whole thing for all around tablet, and display all the vitals on the tablet. That there obviously has now stopped everything up, and I won't. I can do it through this fuel tech, but this fuel tech has a screen already. All right, so what we're gonna do is we got some we want to fix a couple of things anyway on the front, and I don't like well, it's not that we don't like, but we want to change that anyway, and we're going to do a big snail TV on the front of the boat for some recognition. So what we're going to do is take the tablet out and have that like that. Okay, so we're going to board that up, refiberglass that in, and respray the whole front. That's what we're going for. So I'm keen, guys. Keep watch, because as I said, there's going to be probably about 2 or 3 videos of this thing, and obviously on those last videos this boat will be running. I'm not, as I said, I can't not do this anymore. It just has to run now because I've got everything here and I'm ready to go. So I haven't come up any problems yet. Keep looking over things. A couple of things need to get machined. We've got to get some stuff organized, but there's everything there ready to go. So I was going to bring the boat in the shed and the roll racer out, but it's going to be a lot of dust because we've got to do a lot of fiberglass work and sanding. So I'm probably just going to keep it outside, and we'll tackle it all outside. But first is obviously remove the old ECU, take that dash out, and obviously wire up this new ECU, get it started, and then we're going to start making the front bit and obviously to the drive shaft. After that's it. The boat will run. You guys have seen it floating in the water in my very first video. This thing here is what made me do Snail TV. But yeah, that's what it's all about, guys. So yeah, it's the boat. So the boat will be ready to go. The real reason that I'm actually doing this is because I have actually noticed a couple of big YouTubers have actually been messaging me of exactly how I done the boat, and I know for a fact that they're going to be building obviously a K series boat as well. You guys know that some big YouTubers have got some, like, into boats at the moment as well, but I want mine out there first because I know that anyone gets theirs out first, and everyone will say that I copied them, sort of thing. So we'll get this out, have it on the water very soon, guys. So stay tuned, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this is just pretty much just a update of where it's at and what we're going to be doing onto it next episode. So stay watch, and yeah, we'll go from there. So obviously, thanks very much, guys, for liking and subscribing. Keep liking and subscribing, and I will see you on the boat next weekend. See you, peeps.